Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be covering additional skills, kind of more of our jazz skills on your tryout packets. We're doing a lot of like extensions, back needles. We go through a few stretches, but make sure that you have warmed up and stretched before you start because this is really trick and skill heavy. All right, let's get started. All right, the first thing we're going to go over is walkovers to warm up your back and get you ready to do back walkovers as well as front walkovers. We're just gonna do some down and backs. We did this in another video as well. Start with both feet about shoulder width apart. Arms go up and go all the way down and then all the way back up. And repeat that like 3 to 5 times. If you're struggling doing it on your own, have someone assist you or go down a wall or your bed, just so you're getting used to using those muscles and actively going up and down. Once you feel confident doing down and backs, try it with one foot. Do it with the foot that you would kick over in a back walkover. And again, if you need someone to either support your back or to walk down a surface, do that just to get used to the feeling of it. Go ahead. Good. And then repeat that like 3 to 5 times so you're really comfortable going down and back with just the one foot. Okay, so if we're getting into a front walkover, you don't want to dive too far out with your hands. You want to keep it relatively close to you. Try to keep your head and your eyes centered so you're not looking up and out because that will arch your back and you can't go straight over. If you need to practice just doing a few like kicks, just to get in the feel of it, the swing of it, do a few handstand like holds in the split, you can, and then try to go all the way over. If you are struggling, you're getting really close but you don't have quite enough momentum, either go down an incline or go off an elevated surface like your couch. Okay, let's just show them like one kick and like a kick handstand if you can, and then go all the way over. Okay. Beautiful. Yes. Good. And just stop at whatever step you're at. Try to keep progressing through them, but eventually you should be able to just go right over. Should we show them just the back walk over? Beautiful. Good. The next skill we're going to talk about is aerials. This one is a little bit tricky. We're going to do side aerials. Whichever foot you're dominant on, normally it's whichever foot you would normally do for like a cartwheel. That's probably what you're going to feel most confident and comfortable in doing for an aerial. So to start, we're just going to go over like the basics of an aerial. We're going to start with the cartwheel. So Josie's just going to do a cartwheel how she normally would, only thinking about trying to shorten her length that she's going. So she's just going to try to put her hands right next to her foot and land as close as possible, squaring her hips back towards this wall. So try this cartwheel. Good. Okay, and if you are not comfortable with cartwheels or you haven't done a lot of cartwheels, people are at all different levels. Feel really comfortable and confident with a cartwheel with good technique before you move on. So the next thing you're going to do, instead of just standing straight, you're going to take a tiny bit of a prep like you would for an aerial, and you're going to repeat doing a cartwheel to try and just get a little bit more power from your legs, because unlike a cartwheel, an aerial, you're trying to push through your legs, you're not balancing over your shoulders. So same exact thing, just a little bit more with her legs. Powerful cartwheel. Yes. Good. And you can see the difference, how she's pulling through the air. She's actively moving around instead of just relying on those arms like she was in her first cartwheel, because that's the difference. Okay. Go down to one knee with whatever foot in front that you would normally have in front. And now you're going to try to do the same powerful cartwheel, but from here. You really need to use that front thigh and push yourself up and into the air. Go ahead. Good. And a lot of people do like to cheat it back, so they're pushing forward. try to have it planted in square instead, because when you try to do an aerial, if you cut your foot back, you don't have as good of a prep to go off of, and you'll fall, probably get hurt. Next, after you've done from the floor, the cartwheels up, you're going to do just one more drill to really practice getting the right motion with your legs. You really want to think about this back leg being the one to really push and lift. So you're going to do a normal prep for an aerial, about shoulder width apart, plie down, drop your chest, and then lift and push off the ground and straighten through that leg. So you're getting some good power, but you're not going forward. Okay, go ahead. And she's staying right under herself, which is exactly what you want to do. Just like in an aerial, you don't want to think about going out and forward. You just want to think about getting that power straight up into the air. Okay, so once you feel like you have all of those building blocks good, ready to go, we're going to move into one-handed cartwheel. Some people are more comfortable with one-handed cartwheels. Some people go right into pop-offs. Do what feels more natural to your body. So do a one-handed cartwheel, use the hand that's the closest and would go down first, if that makes sense. Good. And she's still trying to do those powerful cartwheels that she did. That hand is there if she needs it. Let's do one more with that hand that's closest. Yeah. And so once you're comfortable with that, switch to the hand that is further away so you don't have that instant support and you have to use your legs to push you into the air. Once you feel good, both the one hand that's closest and the one hand that is further away, you can try pop-offs. And these are literally just your hands are there if you need them in the center. You want to keep them up for as long as possible. And if you do put them down, you want to pull them up as soon as possible. So it's just a little like high five with the floor, just kind of in between, so you're feeling a little bit more comfortable not having your hands on the ground from start to finish. And people tend to take a lot of time in the pop-offs. Really don't leave those hands on the floor. You want to pull them up right away. You want to bring your chest up with it when you're finishing. That's what I'm looking for. So after you feel really good with pop-offs, try to leave it off longer and longer and longer and longer. And then after that, go for an aerial. If you need your hands, put them down, but try to hold them up. You can take a running start if you need. A lot of times people are a little bit more comfortable if they get a little bit of extra steps. Just try not to run and then push forward. You still want to take that same prep directly under yourself. So don't hurdle and put all your energy up and then go straight down under yourself or too far up. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Josie's gonna throw a couple just to show you what it'll look like. Exactly what you want for as long as you need it to feel comfortable. So, a few common mistakes people make when moving on to aerials. If you are struggling, you just for whatever reason cannot seem to move from either a one-handed cartwheel or just a cartwheel into one-handed or into pop-offs, try holding something in your hand. I would suggest something soft if you're just trying this for the first time. So you're at least doing mittens on the ground instead of putting full weight into the palms and doing more of a cartwheel. It does help just kind of break that habit a little bit. Yeah, hold something soft, touch them on the ground. If you are at a point that you're a little bit more advanced and it's just like you're barely grazing the ground each time, we've even given people cell phones, like hold on to something of value so you will not put your hands down. If you're struggling with getting your chest up at the end, you find that you're really leaving your hands down and you're ending in more of this position, either put something up on the wall so that you can spot it instantly, or have a friend stand and as you're landing they'll like clap or shout or do something so that you like have to look up.
Number up or
yes, we've done numbers before where you have to say the number as fast as possible.
Just videotaping yourself and like seeing on the video what you need to fix is really useful. So definitely do that, record yourself doing skills, and it's a lot easier to correct yourself.
And if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, send us a video. We'll happily give you tips and pointers so you can really send in your best audition video possible. Yep. A lot of people like to leave everything open. You have to just think about squaring your hips and your shoulders. This back foot, if you think more about like driving it back through, you're less likely to leave it open and extending.
Yeah, just make sure you start with closed hips and you end with closed hips. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. All right, next we're going to talk a little bit about extensions and tilts. We're going to start with a partner stretch. If you don't have someone to stretch you, you can always do the stretch that we do in our warm-up and stretch video on the ground, which is essentially hugging your knee in and then extending. That will do essentially the same thing, but it's always nice to have just a little bit extra help with a partner. So you're going to stand up against a wall. You want your back heel and your knee and your back all engaged flat against the wall. Or do both legs, but start with whichever one you want. Hold it at 90, make sure they have space to point their toe, and then just resist against them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. You're gonna lift it up. Watch that you don't start lifting your hip. We wanna do a square split stretch first, so that should stay down and against the wall. Lift it up to about 45 degrees from her body. Resist again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then we're gonna lift it pretty much up to their nose. Listen to your partner whenever they tell you to stop. Good, good. And watch their technique. If you're the person stretching them, make sure their hip is down, everything's still flat against the wall. Resist one more time, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. And then do one last little push to the nose, and then have them, or have yourself control it down. Control it down. Good, don't just let it fall out of the air, really support it all the way to the floor. Okay, we're gonna do the other side really quickly. All right, so that was like a straight split. Now we're gonna stretch what would essentially be a tilt. So her hips are gonna stack on top of each other. This foot is going to be flat against the wall, but you're going to be open this way. It's a lot like a center split. So this leg is up. If she needs support, offer your other arm so you can really like pull them either through. And then this is just pushing up towards the wall. And then pulse out of my hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and you wanna try to pulse back so you're opening your hips even further. Okay, ready to hold it? Yes. Engage for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. And you want to just work on holding that max for as long as you can. All right, let's do the other side. Yeah. It is really challenging to hold it at that max, but that's what you want to try to do. So even if your leg starts shaking, just really try to engage. All right, now that you're fully stretched, we're gonna work a little bit on needle turns. We're gonna run through a drill that we normally do across the floor. We're gonna try to keep it a little bit shorter, a little bit more stationary. So you're gonna start stepping on your left foot, arms out in a T. Step 1, kick 2, 3, kick 4, 5, up 6. This is a leg hold. 7, 8. You're gonna go on to releve. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back into a prep. 5, 6, 7, up 8, 1. Do as many leg hold turns as you can. So when we're doing that, we're showing you, we're just marking it, but normally this would be full out all the way to your nose. So you would step, full out kick, step, full out kick, step, leg hold. So you're grabbing your foot and your ankle and you're trying to get it up to your face. And then releve, pull it back, prep, and up. All right, Maddie's gonna show that to you full out and up to speed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, releve, 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Okay. Going into her prep, something she did really well that you should look for. She is squaring to the front before kicking and rotating instead of trying to turn with everything open. We want it closed, more of a square split. If you're really flexible and you can pull it up next to your head, you can't go any further this way. That's what she's doing. You can do that. But if you don't have that flexibility, keep it lower and keep it in front.
And something to make sure also, if you are a little more flexible and you're bringing it more towards your ear, make sure you're not lifting this hip. I started doing that towards the end of it, and that's why I kind of fell this way in my turn. So just make sure you're really keeping those hips down if you have the flexibility to bring your leg to the side of your head rather than in front of you.
Yes. And the next drill we're going to do is just to help you with the muscles you'll need for front and side extensions while keeping your hips square. Normally we do this linked up, but you can do it hands on hips or pretend you have friends next to you. You're going to take an 8 count for each thing. So you're going to pull into passe for an 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to extend as high as you can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, passe, down. The main goal with this is that you want to try to extend as high as you can. So if your knee is here, you want to try to extend there and hold it. Same with on this side, after you come into passe, you want to lift through your knee and then lift up. So if you're at 90 with good technique, stay at 90 and build those muscles. But if you're someone who already has an extension, you should be doing an extension and then rotating it without lifting your hip. Should we try it once?
Yeah.
Quickly on the right?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Good. 5, 6, 7, down. 1. And something I do not explain very well, you should take the whole 8 count to either develope or to open, close. So that's all right, I didn't explain that. So once you're in your passe, you want to take the full 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So you want to go slow. Yes. That's all right. Do you want to try it on the left?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to switch over to the other side. Most people are a little bit more dominant on their right, but it's important that you practice both. Okay. 5, 6, 7, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lift your knee on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and and your legs will get tired, they will get a little shaky. Just really try to hold it and to maximize. On this, because it is a straight extension, don't lift your hip, especially out to the side. We're gonna do a little combo with tilts, and you'll have to switch your hips. There is no switching here. It's all just square and rotating. All right, let's move on. Now we're gonna just do a quick little drill, a 1 to 2 8 counts of legs, just so you can practice moving from one leg to the next. Good technique, get some reps in your body. You're gonna step on one left foot. You can do this on both sides, but we're starting on the right side because your right leg will be in the air. Kick 2 across your body. Hold 3, 4, try to get that as high as possible. You're gonna swing and stack. 5, grab. 6, hold. 7, 8, bend. 1, 2, hold it unassisted. 3, 4, swing it. 5, square. 6, hold. 7, 8. So on that swing around, you want to try to re-square your hips instead of leaving them open and just grabbing it in front, if that makes sense. I'll count faster. That was very slow.
That's okay. Really during this, think about stacking your hips at different times. So when you're in that tilt, make sure that those hips are stacked on each other, but when you're square, your hips should be square. Don't break that cracker.
Yes, and you're square on the cross and you're square on the last 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Okay. Gonna count a little faster. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step 1, grab 2, hold 3, 4, 5, grab 6, hold 7, 8, bend 1, 2, squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Good.
Now we're going to show you guys how to stretch a back needle. Kaylin is going to demonstrate. So there's two different ways we usually stretch these. The first way is the person being stretched is going to face the wall. Their base leg is going to be a little bit away from the wall, and they'll bring their stretching leg up. As the person who's stretching, you need to make sure that you're making sure their leg is straight and supporting their knee, and you're going to bring their leg straight up.
Go ahead, girl.
Really supporting that leg, making sure their toe is pointed, and really listen to your partner to make sure you're giving them the correct stretch. Okay. You see how she's really not opening her hip on this side, keeping it nice and under herself, and using the top of her butt and lower back. Down. Make sure you're doing both the right and left sides, even though one leg might be more flexible than the other, you still want to make sure you're equaling them out. So we're going to stretch Kaylin's other leg, making sure we're doing all of the same. You can go a little bit more. Straight knee, making sure to support it right here. And she's really not opening up that hip too much. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
We're going to show you the second stretch we do for our back needle. You guys can do this one at home too, finding a stable surface to hold on to that's not going to move, or a partner, mom, dad, sister, brother, anyone who can help you do this drill. So Kaylin is going to put her hands on my shoulders, and I'm going to support her this way. She's going to put her leg up the wall.
Let's do a little bit closer.
Making sure she's close enough to the wall where she's going to get that full stretch.
You can walk in, girl. Go give you a little hug.
Okay, same thing. We're going to do that stretch on the left side. And then walk your partner closer to the wall.
Once your back is fully stretched and you're ready to start working on a back needle, there's two different types of back needle I'm going to show you. If you need a friend or a surface to assist you in balancing, go ahead and grab a friend or be next to a surface. You don't want to be falling over and losing your stability, and that'd be the reason you fall and get hurt. The first is just a single arm, single leg. I am stronger, my right split, so I'm having my right foot down. My left foot is going to go back. I'm going to grab. I like to grab right above my knee, but it kind of depends on where you feel most comfortable and confident. From there, I just push fully straight, and I'm really trying to put it in my back a little bit more so that I can get to that full split, and leveraging my arm to pull it up. I'm going to do that one more time, just a brush back, grab, use your buddy if you need them, and straighten all the way up. You can practice that as many times as you need to really get it stable and straight. Try to have a mirror in front of you so you can see exactly where you're at. Okay, the second way, my shoulder is a little bit of a bum shoulder. So I like to really stretch it out using either a friend or a wall, holding on to them. I'm gonna hold on to you, okay? And just pushing my chest all the way through. If you have an actual wall, don't do this to your friend, but hold your arms like this and then drop your chest through like you would for an actual back needle. Just to stretch that out a little bit more and get your shoulders active instead of just trying to crank them up there. So when you're going in to grab a back needle with both hands, you have to make sure that this hand is on the outside of the foot. I've always done this by grabbing with my right hand on the inside and then rotating my left to the outside. From there, you pull it around and you try to walk your hands down. I don't have as much flexibility as I once did, but just getting to this back and stretching it as far as you can. And then the lower your hands go, the more leverage you'll have to really pull it straight. Okay, I think that's it for back needles. All right, thanks for dancing with us today, guys. If you need any corrections or you want any help with any skills, please send them to us. We have one more video that is going to be posted on Monday, and then our live Q&A, which will go up on Thursday. So see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.